So we've got an incredibly wet and monstrously windy start to the day. I think they're predicting sort of 40-50 mile an hour winds in some places. I'm currently in Gairloch, which has been beautiful, but the rain's been on and off all night, and it's certainly on now. Got almost everything except the tent packs, and I'm going to try and wait for a bit of a lull, if there is one, in the rain, before packing the bike and getting off down the road. But hey hum, it's all part of the adventure, eh? Well, this is Gairloch when it's not sunny and lovely. We've had huge winds and rain all night. Luckily I was all fine in the tent, no problems. But the couple next to me had one of these wonderful roof tents that nearly blew away in the night. So yeah, don't think we'll be getting one of those. Probably good to keep the lions out, but not so much fun when it's blowing a hoolie. Anyway, we're now heading down towards Glencoe and the Red Squirrel campsite, which will be our stop for the night. We've got 148 miles to go and nearly 4 hours of driving. We might try and stop off at the Commando monument, but we'll see. As you can see, I hope, it's not the nicest day for riding and sightseeing. So I will not be posting too much, or recording too much, because I will be focused on riding. Onwards and upwards. Catch you in a bit. Well, it's bloody wet. It's extremely windy, and yeah, we're just doing the best we can. But 93 miles to go, 2.5 hours, and it's going to be a long ride. Well, I've just pulled over to put the GoPro on for a bit, because with all this rain, all the little waterfalls are happening on my helmet, yeah, but also everywhere else. So I thought maybe if I put the GoPro on for a bit, you might actually catch a glimpse of something. No promises. As you can see, we are sort of in the eye of it, and it's a bit sporty, but you can see, I hope, up ahead the water running down the side of the hills here, which you wouldn't normally see. All those little white marks are the waterfalls that suddenly spring up everywhere. Up there, I hope you can see. Of course, every time I switch the GoPro off, something spectacular happens. But it all has its beauty, really. It all has its beauty. Water coming down the mountain, if you're quick of the eye, ladies. Over there. So you wouldn't see that if it was a dry day, so we should be lucky, or feel lucky, that we're getting to see that. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Of course, we've got proper meandering going on here, proper oxbow lakes and things happening. The water's flowing quite quickly by the looks of it in there. Very, very impressive. And we sort of have the road a bit to ourselves at the moment, which is nice. Hope you can all see all that. And water coming down the mountain there. Beautiful. Another little hamlet, just waiting to welcome the hungry souls. And the bikers and so on. Don't need any petrol just yet, thank you. As a result of the terrible wind noise, I really didn't manage to get much audible audio recorded at the Commando Memorial, so forgive me for having to do this talk over. But the memorial was actually erected in memory of the original British Commando forces that were raised during World War II. It's a lovely place. It overlooks the training grounds, and it's just off the A82, so it wasn't much of a diversion for me, but a very oh gosh, how can I put it? A very moving experience to go and have a look. There were lots of visitors arriving in coaches and so on, lots of Americans, and so on. So yeah, if you're up this way, you better come and have a look and pay the respects. So we've made it to the Red Squirrel campsite, which is a bit of a miracle because it was pissing down like you wouldn't believe, and also blowing a hoolie. Managed to get the tent set up. Somehow got wet feet in my bloody sexy boots and everything that I've got. Anyway, sorry about the in and out with the focus there. Survived, and it was a horrendous ride, but we can't complain. It was nice to see lots of waterfalls in flood and everything. So yeah, exciting stuff. So this is the river that runs down the side of the campsite. You can see my tent way over there, the very left green one, and this is absolutely beautiful. You got the mountains and the mists, or the clouds. It'd be lovely to have a fishing rod here. Graham would no doubt be swimming. You can see the water actually coming down the hills over there. Because we've had so much rain today, you can see the white streaks. But wow, absolutely lovely, beautiful. A real treat in spite of it pissing down with rain. So my NC500, I guess, finished at the Red Squirrel campsite in Glencoe. If I look at the mileage from Nairn to Glencoe, I think it was 496 miles. If you do the round trip from Glasgow, it's about 750 miles. And in total, getting there, getting around and getting back to Hythe, I did about 1,650 miles on the bike. The bike was amazing, never skipped a beat. I didn't film it, but I did manage to drop it on my way to the Red Squirrel campsite when I filled up for petrol. Someone had spilt some petrol, and with the weather conditions, the rain and so on, I managed to put my foot on it, and I slipped and the bike went down. Thankfully and amazingly, no damage. I think I scratched the Royal Enfield logo on one of the side panniers, but that was about it. After Red Squirrel, I made my way back to my son's in Glasgow, and then the next day I did Glasgow to Hythe in one shot. So that ended up being about a 10-hour ride with stops, longest ride I've done, but a wonderful, wonderful trip. Would I do it again? Yes. Out of the whole sort of few days up there, I had that last little bit of rain. No midges. Lovely people. Just fantastic. Would I do anything differently? I'd probably take a bit more time, visit a few more spots. But no, absolutely wonderful. Definitely everything I hoped and expected it would be. So that's about it from me. Onwards and upwards, friends. And thanks for those that have made it through the series. God bless. Bye.